morning and happy midweek. Thanks for joining us for Unscripted here on Up North Live. Ethan, I said it earlier. I'm going to say it again. I've got spring fever. This weather that we've been seeing really across the region just puts me in a good mood.
Yeah, other than a bug just getting on my face right there.
That's right. I saw that. Just stop it and just say hi.
Yeah, I guess so. Way to say good hello to spring here soon, I guess.
Soon, right? We're not that far away.
Yeah, but we do have some pretty nice weather out there today, including out in Gaylord, where we have some clear skies this evening, but clouds are starting to increase. It is a warm 46 degrees out there, and we're starting to see those clouds on the increase after a warm day today with temperatures that are right now are still in the 40s and 50s. These are much cooler than they were just a few hours ago, but still hang on to those 50s. Grayling, Houghton Lake, Mount Pleasant, and Big Rapids, still seeing that this evening. And here's a look at some of those high temperatures today. Lots of 50s observed. 55 Traverse City, Bel Air, 56 in Mount Pleasant, 57 in West Branch. So was a great day today, but those 40s still hanging on up in the UP, like Newberry at 45, and also in Mackinac Island, 47 in Drummond Island and Sault Ste. Marie, and 44 in Rogers City, where we have more clouds and also a breeze off the northeast, off the lake out there. And we do have some freezing rain, some even severe weather, and snow back in the forecast. I'll tell you in your full forecast.
Great. Thanks for that, Ethan. Grand Traverse County Commissioners getting an update this morning on the investigation of the structural conditions at the county jail. This after tiles along the lobby floor and even in the lobby bathroom started buckling last year. Engineers say they've seen low-level structural movements in the building, showing cracks in various areas. With the facility being more than 50 years old, it's not about if the county needs a new jail, but when. Commissioners took a small step toward that today. Our Cody Bear reports.
Imagine you're driving a car, all right, and you have a really nice 1957 Chevy, beautiful on the outside. Underneath, it's rusting out, and you're really afraid that the frame is just going to pop while you're driving. That's kind of where we're at.
Last June, tiles in the Grand Traverse County Jail's lobby started buckling. After repairs, it now looks like this. It's a solution, for now.
It's settling a bit in a spot, and in other spots, it's getting better. Now, this is a continual cycle. We have seen reoccurring movement in those cracks.
Wednesday, county commissioners and the community got an update on the broader picture.
We are safe right now, but there is an urgency to this situation. I can tell you we have factually seen the building move 4 times.
4 times, just a matter of millimeters, but movement. As engineers continue investigating why that's happening, the sheriff told commissioners that there are plans if there's ever a building failure, but not being able to predict what it is and when it may happen is a concern.
We are ready to engage in that if we need to. If we had to do a full evacuation, we can do it. However, I would much rather be in control of the time frame on what we have to do than not. We have a very sensitive population. We know that. That includes our staff, and their safety is first and foremost.
The jail was built in the 1960s. That's one of the reasons why the sheriff's office has long advocated for a new facility.
We're seeing the age of the jail currently.
County commissioners passed a resolution to proceed with construction of a new jail at a meeting last year.
I'd say that's probably a 3 to 5 year period. I would seriously consider getting into a new facility.
There's no set timeline right now, but at the meeting Wednesday morning, commissioners unanimously approved a professional services agreement with auditor Plant Moran to perform a facilities location study. It's a step towards modernizing and consolidating certain county operations, including a new jail.
Moving that justice facility project forward is a high priority for this board.
Commissioners will get an update on that process every month.
We're going to have regular updates at regular business meetings where we can drive that. We are an overview board, but we're also the driving board. We set the policy and the tone, and everybody follows through on our will.
And that was Cody Bear reporting. County representatives will be brought in as a liaison for this project. Plant Moran says the goal is to finish that study in July. And according to official documents, the services agreement is not to exceed $190,000 plus actual out-of-pocket expenses. Also from that meeting, the Grand Traverse County Road Commission looking ahead for the planned road projects for this year. Commissioners and the community were updated on the list this morning. The budget for the project is about $17.5 million. One of the roads that's expected to be revamped is Frankie Road from Silver Lake Road to US 31. The stretch of the road gets a lot of traffic from semi-truck deliveries to Meyer and school traffic to and from the TCAPS Montessori. Renderings of the road design for Frankie Road should be available to the public by the end of the month, and when the project will be put out for bid. Along with this year's focus, the Road Commission is also looking to the future.
We want to have a multi-year plan. We don't want to just, like I showed you the 2026. We'd like to say, this is what we're trying to plan for the next several years. This is what's going out. Business owners can plan that we're coming in that direction. I think it'd really, be great. We get with townships, if there's something else they want to work on when we're in the area. So that's really where we're trying to get.
And to get that multi-year plan in place, the Road Commission is using new information by tracking traffic all across Grand Traverse County. This information could impact ratings of primary roads versus the local roads. There's an interactive map to view the vehicle counts on the Road Commission's website. And you can find the interactive map by going to our website, UpNorthLive.com. That brings us to our question of the day. What grade would you give the roads in your community? Check out our website, UpNorthLive.com. You can vote in the poll there. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen. Also, check out our Facebook page, Up North Live. Leave your comments, vote in that poll. And as always, we will check out the poll results and your comments at the end of the show. Well, exciting news. The Grand Traverse Bay YMCA in Traverse City has officially entered the public phase of its capital campaign. This means the YMCA is inviting the community to help bring a long-anticipated expansion project to life. The Grand Traverse Bay YMCA is looking to raise community donations during their second phase of giving to move the project into its final stages ahead of a planned May groundbreaking. The public phase centers on the theme, See the Vision, Be Part of It. It encourages people in the community, YMCA members, even local businesses to contribute at any level. Joining us now is Grand Traverse Bay YMCA President and CEO Andrew Page. Andrew, thank you for making the time to speak with us this evening.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
So I want to first start with the total cost of this project is $13 million plus, with $8.2 million already raised.
That is correct. Yes, we have been raising money for this project over the last 3 years or so. We've been very fortunate to have a tremendous amount of support from individuals in the community, foundations. We've had some grants. We've even secured some congressionally directed spending dollars. And it's been, a lot of success in the fundraising portion of the campaign.
And speaking of the campaign, the Raise It Together part is really a giving challenge throughout the month of March. Why do this together as a community?
Well, the YMCA is a nonprofit organization, and our job here at the YMCA in Traverse City is to provide as many resources as we possibly can for as many people in the community. The YMCA never turns anybody away for inability to pay, so we are always looking for ways to make sure that we can continue to do that. And that need is only going to increase as we, begin the project of expanding our facilities here at the West YMCA.
And when you talk about the need for expansion, I know that the YMCA is also a huge area where students will go after school. It's just part of where almost their school day extends when they go to the Y.
Yeah, that's very true. The West Middle School is right behind us here at the West Campus, and we have anywhere from 100 to 120 middle schoolers that come here every day after school. We know that the most dangerous hours for those middle school students is between 3 and 6 o'clock on school days, and that's the time that they're here. They come in, we provide them with a couple of very healthy snacks. We have some activities that they can participate in, and that number has grown every year for us, and we're just very glad and blessed that we can assist those students and assist TCAPS with these kids that need a place to go after school.
And what do you want families, parents to expect, including the students, when it comes to this expansion? What can they look forward to?
Well, I think, we're obviously, for folks that are members here, we're bursting at the seams. This has been a need, this is expansion for us to serve the wellness needs of our community for quite some time. So we're going to be adding a large new gymnasium space. We're going to have an indoor walking track that's going to be suspended from that gymnasium space. We're going to be adding classroom spaces and social areas, not only for our middle schoolers, but really for anybody. And even during the day for our active older adults. We're going to expand our Child Watch program, which is a free program for members to drop their kids off while they come and exercise. And we just have a variety of different things that we know the community needs to meet the demand for so many people that are seeking wellness options.
And speaking of the community and that demand, there are people who are watching this interview would like to contribute. If there are businesses out there who would like to contribute, what would you like them to know? How would they go about doing that?
Well, they can visit our website at www.gtbayymca.org. We have a great display in our lobby. We'll have them at our other locations as well. It will provide all that information. But the best way is to just reach out to our website, and there's a lot of information right there at the top tab that can provide people with guidance and direction if they're so inclined to help us financially support this project.
Fantastic. Andrew Page, the CEO and president with the Grand Traverse Bay YMCA. Thank you so much to him for that exciting news. Of course, we will have information on our website, UpNorthLive.com. You can check out more about making donations regarding that expansion for the Y. In other news tonight, a Northern Michigan career technical school looking to guide students beyond just high school. The Charlevoix-Emmett ISD's Career and Technical Education Department took to the Harbor Springs High School gym for the first of 2 Ready to Work hiring events. Ready to Work aims to set up graduating students with local businesses that could then benefit from students with vocational training. Today, students from different schools had the opportunity to interview and talk with businesses looking to hire.
So we've partnered with Michigan Works for students that do get hired between now and the end of March. There's potential scholarships for them up to $1,100 for them to get equipment and gear and other things like that.
The next Ready to Work hiring event is set for March 17th, St. Patrick's Day at the Boyne City High School from 8 a.m. to noon. And keeping with the job hunt, the summer tourist season right around the corner, Cherry Capital Airport hosted their 3rd job fair today ahead of the busy season. Airport leadership and hiring partners met with visitors, all to talk about employment opportunities ranging from aviation to customer service.
In the summertime, we're always looking for help, whether it's for the airlines, the car rentals, Afflight on the north side of the airfield. So yes, we're always looking for extra help.
Last year, the airport started taking applications for their law enforcement officers, and positions for that are still open. All right, stay right here. Of course, the weather today felt a lot like spring. Will this continue with the sunshine, those mild temperatures? Meteorologist Ethan Foreman takes a look coming up.
I'm Jada Johnson from Big Boys TV, and the Fish and Game Report is sponsored by Johnson's Propane.
I'm Dee Gatton with the National News Desk in Washington, D.C., and this is your news update.
Starting last night and to be completed in a few days, in under a week, the two most powerful air forces in the world will have complete control of Iranian skies, uncontested airspace.
Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says America is winning and just getting started in Operation Epic Fury. He says the U.S. is gaining complete control of Iranian airspace and will be dropping precision gravity bombs. He also says a U.S. submarine sank an Iranian warship last night using a torpedo, the first attack of this kind since World War II. And both chambers of Congress are considering war powers resolutions to stop President Trump from finishing his campaign against Iran. The Senate is debating about it today. The House will tomorrow. The 7 other war powers resolutions lawmakers have voted on since June have failed, and no such resolution has ever survived a veto. Plus, there's this.
Going through everything I did with everything at San Jose, I ended up developing an eating disorder, and I became very anorexic.
A judge overseeing a transgender athlete lawsuit out of California has deferred a Title IX violation ruling as he waits for an upcoming Supreme Court decision on a similar case. The former San Jose State University women's volleyball co-captain claims she was forced to share bedrooms and changing areas with a teammate she didn't know was a biological male. And that's your news update.
The National News Desk can be seen on ABC 29 and 8 on Saturday night and 11:30 on Sundays at midnight. All right, Ethan Foreman joins us now for a look at the weather. Comfortable out there today, Ethan. I mean, I had my windows open for a little bit.
Yeah, I had my windows down in my car
Did
today
you? Yes.
on my way here around 2:30 or so, and it was pretty nice.
It
and
was so nice.
We'll be continuing to see some nice conditions for a little while here, but maybe in terms of the temperature, maybe not so much in terms of cloud coverages. We'll be seeing more clouds starting to move in, but here's a look over Silver Lake today from our UpNorthLive Skyview drone, and it was a gorgeous day out there. Lots of sunshine, but that ice starting to melt away a bit, and we'll continue to see that over the next several days. Clouds already starting to move back in, though, after some gorgeous sunshine today, and you'll see just about all the lower peninsula now under those clouds, some more clearing up in the UP, and everyone will see more clouds tonight, as Stormcast indicates, although I do think this is a little underdone in that cloud cover. And then a system will pass to our south overnight tonight, impacting areas like the Detroit region, giving some rain out there, and then a little bit of redevelopment into Thursday as we see that system giving some rain, even some freezing rain indicated by the pink colors, with highest amounts right now closer to Gratiot and Montcalm counties downstate, but even areas like Clare, Mount Pleasant, even West Branch, Houghton Lake could be seeing that into Thursday afternoon and evening before tapering off, could give some slick roads for that evening commute of Thursday. Then a system is off to our west as we headed to our Friday, and you'll see that will start to impact us by the afternoon hours on Friday, giving some more freezing rain chances in the UP, elsewhere rain, and even some thunderstorms associated with this, some of which could be severe. So we'll have to watch that carefully. Stay tuned Friday night with Chief Meteorologist Joe Charlevoix for the latest updates. And then there's that system moving in as we headed to Friday night and Saturday morning, giving more shower and storm activity. And behind that, much colder conditions for a brief time, even a little bit of snow, not impossible. Here's a look at some of those ice accumulation amounts. Could be seeing upwards of 0.05 to 1/10 of an inch closer to Isabella County and areas like even Roscommon over toward Iosco County and into West Branch area. Also could be seeing a few hundredths of an inch even as far north as Cadillac. And there's also that severe chance as we head into Friday with large hail damaging winds possible, that marginal risk mainly from areas like Traverse City over toward Gaylord, Grayling, Houghton Lake, south and westward, and includes areas like I-75 and closer to US 131, 127, and then M72 southward as well. And look at that. Rainfall amounts could be seeing upwards of 1/10 of an inch to the south tomorrow. And then we add more into Friday and Saturday, where some areas could end up with more than an inch when all said and done. And we're still under drought conditions in some parts of the region, so that'll be helpful. Partly cloudy up to the north tonight in the 20s for overnight lows as we head into our eastern zone. Increasing clouds, partly to mostly cloudy in the 20s. As we head to the west, more clouds here, so touch warmer in the upper 20s to low 30s. This is where we'll see the most clouds tonight in the 30s and 40s, or 20s and 30s, I should say, for overnight lows. Up in the UP tomorrow, mostly cloudy in the 30s. Should stay fairly dry here. Few isolated rain or even wintry mixed showers to the south, 30s and 40s for highs. Warmer as you head toward Frankfort and Benzonia, almost 50. And then to our south, cooler conditions here, especially Clare and Mount Pleasant. That's the best chance for freezing rain tomorrow. Your extended forecast shows we'll see more rain chances as we spring forward this weekend on Sunday morning at 2 a.m. Almost 60 degrees Monday, and then changing over to snow by Wednesday.
All right, thanks, Ethan. Coming up in sports, the Red Wings back at home for the first time in more than a month tonight, plus the Tigers in 2 games at the same time today. We'll explain when we get back. Welcome back to Up North Live's Unscripted. Cody Bear joining us now, filling in for Harrison Beebe for sports tonight. And I'm excited. I'm a Red Wings fan, Cody. So I heard Red Wings are playing. I think the game's on right now.
Yes, they're playing. It's about to start in a matter of moments. It's actually perfect. It starts at 7, so you can watch right after you're done here.
Yes,
you can
I like
stay
that.
here, then go watch. And it's actually the Red Wings' first home game in more than a month.
Oh, my. Okay.
Now, the Winter Olympics had something to do with that, of course. It was 2 weeks that the NHL took a break so that the USA team could compete in the Winter Olympics.
Makes sense.
Still, Detroit fans, you know, they're excited to get back to Hockey Town either way. They're coming off of a win against the Predators a couple of days ago, so looking to build on that with another one. And the Tigers, they played 2 games at the same time today, in a way. Kind of. So some of the team went to the Dominican Republic. It was a tune-up game. It was an exhibition for the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And then another part of the team stayed home in Florida for a game against Panama. It was a tie against the Dominican Republic, and then that game against Panama was a 2-1 win for Detroit. The World Baseball Classic, the games that matter, start tonight. America's first game is Friday, and Tarek Skubal, Detroit Tigers ace, will be in the rotation for that. So it'll be exciting to see kind of how they do. It's a lot to look forward to.
It's when we start talking about Tigers baseball, we're kind of inching toward that nicer weather, which makes me happy.
Yes, absolutely, right?
Thanks, Cody.
Yeah, of course.
All right, we will take a look at those live results for our question of the day right after this.
Salon services are furnished by Epiphany Advanced Academy in East Acme.
Welcome back to Unscripted. We are taking a look at that question of the day. What grade would you give the roads in your community? We have an A, B, C, D, all the way to F. Majority of people giving the roads in their community a D at 39%. You can still vote. Go to our website, UpNorthLive.com. Here are some of the comments on our Facebook page, Up North Live. Daniel says, depends. State roads are, for the most part, pretty good. Some county roads are jawbreakers. Brandy says D for Adams Road in East Jordan. Melissa says, I'd rate them a 10 because every 10 feet, there's a hole. I know what you're saying, Melissa. Becca says F everywhere in Kalkaska County, main side back roads and dirt roads. And Meg says solid C. Some pass with an A, some fail. C is the average. Oh, Michigan roads. All right. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. You can tune in tonight for Up North Live News at 11. Until then, have a fabulous evening.